Hi, my sisters. I thought of taking you with me outside. I'm here at the old cemetery actually, and I found a nice spot under a, I don't know how to call them in English anymore. We call them Kiefer. And no, it's not a fear tree. I'm not quite sure which kind of tree. So we call them Kiefer. So a needle tree basically. And I'm also sitting here. This the name of that one. I remember this is a yew tree. Yeah, I thought of taking you with me because I need a bit of green outside time. Actually, I've spent, although it's a bright sunny day and it's warm and stuff like that, I spent quite a lot of time inside. At the moment, I have this urge to stay inside, although I know it's maybe not so healthy or so. So taking in more vitamins and so on through sunlight and so on. But it's one of those Sundays where Hendrik is hang gliding, and I try to something like relaxing. It's not always easy because I always have this. You know that, Ruth, we all talked about that, this things you should do. So things I did actually that I thought I should do was cleaning up the balcony, because we have now part of our tomatoes are now on the balcony in the boxes, and it's still a bit a moving thing, because at night I'm taking them inside because I'm fearing there's a time here in Germany we call the Eisheiligen, so ice hallows or something. I'm not sure, it's definitely not the same translation, but these times are famous for, yeah, that the frost can return actually. And so most of the time, most of the nights, I have to say, most of the nights I'm taking the tomatoes, those who are outside or which are outside, taking them inside so they don't get frostbite or something. And I don't know if anyone has had seen it before. Our tomato house is ready. I will put some images at the end of this video. And sorry that this is now this kind of format, because it's easier to hold for my hand. And it's not such a safe space anymore, like for 2 years ago actually, because there was this part was totally not open. There was high bushes and so on, and last year they cut everything down, and I was really upset because I thought possibly to make more nice videos here, secure videos, and at the moment I don't know, it's something I'm hearing, but I guess it's above me or in the other tree or something. There, would you see there are sitting 2 people, maybe you can't see them in the distance, on a on a bench, and hopefully they don't see me here, but with my white jacket I'm quite obviously visible. Maybe they wonder what I'm doing there, but it's quite usual to have handies or smartphones or something here, and not necessarily on the cemetery, but outside. Yeah, I thought again of doing a video response instead of answering via email, and I wanted to do a video response immediately after I've read your response to my last video, Ruth, because I was so amazed about your plans and what you're doing and moving to the countryside and so on. I hope you can understand me, because now the wind is going a bit more. And I was so amazed by it, because I think you're really courageous. Maybe you don't think so for yourself, I don't know, but I think it's really courageous, and I'm often terrified of it. I think you're too, when you start something new, I guess that's the same way with you, but I'm in awe that you try new things, and don't shy away from it when it's necessary. And wow, sometimes I also wish I could move to the countryside, but I see the benefits here are, they're obvious, because it's close to Henrik's work and also my work actually, although it's only a small amount of things I'm earning. I still think someone is behind me, maybe an animal or something. Yeah, and yeah, it's really amazing. I was really stunned and thought, wow, Ruth is really she's doing it, and yeah, I wish you all the best for this new adventure and this new part in your chapter in your life. This is really amazing. And also, Emily, what you I've watched your video about with the handicap bureau or something. I don't know how to call that. That you have. I'm still watching here. That why you have to withdraw from your plans, and still hope that you will be able to do it a little bit for selfish reasons, because I would love to buy something from you. I want to be the first customer of yours, so the same way that how you did it with my Etsy shop. Yeah, but I understand sometimes it's really difficult with bureaucracy and how and these kind of institutions, how they deal with certain things, and sometimes they can really be a pain in the ass and make it even more complicated than a life with handicaps already is. I guess it's a bird or something. Do I have a squirrel here? But I never saw squirrels in these needle trees, actually. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, so a lot of things that are changing here, and things where we have to adapt and make the best of it. And yeah, also Ruth, what you wrote in or what captivated you about my video about artists needing time to create and coming into this mindset. This is something I still find sometimes difficult, because I'm quite lucky that I don't have kids, and still sometimes I'm feeling like I have no time left on the day. Lily is now really getting old, and she has her preferences and sometimes her special effects, I sometimes call it. She is really a strong old character now. And sometimes she's very calm in the mornings and sleeps a lot. But yeah, sometimes she's also quite she's not knowing what she's doing, and sometimes don't know what to do, and sometimes sticks with me quite close, and I don't know what she's having, and if she wants something or something like that. So basically a bit like a demanding child, actually a bit like a demanding child. But yeah, sometimes it's hard to get in that zone. But in the last days, I was quite successful with that. Also with new custom orders that came in and that I did, and also with a new product that I want to launch soon. I want to make labyrinth pendants, and I already have. But I'm making more now, and they're quite easy to make, a little bit more easy than the big ones. And also want to do them in custom ways, so people can choose their color or something. But when I'm doing these custom orders, I just want to do them in small amounts so I don't burn out myself. Yeah, and also at the moment it's also a bit difficult to withdraw from Egon's Villa. I don't know if I've called, so if you hear now nothing, it's because of the wind. I don't know if I told you that Henrik and I I guess it was in the last video, that we want to withdraw from Egon's Villa. It's at the moment a little bit complicated, because yeah, because of different things, and you know, the big council that we had a couple of weeks ago, that Henrik and I hosted, and now it seems like yeah, the weapon piece is broken again. And yeah, what can I say? I don't want to take that responsibility again. And I already got a call from one of the members of Egansvilla and the need for another council. And all I said, listen, not me at the moment anymore, because that last one drained the fuck out of me. I didn't realize it at first. When it was finished, I felt the pressure during the preparation, but after that, it was really hard. And I certainly would love to do it, but not under these circumstances. Certainly not under these circumstances. And there were already things going on wrong again with new members that also took part in the last council, and things where you as an outsider think, why do they do the things they do? Didn't they listen the last time we were together? We were in council. I don't know. But at the moment I'm not so super fond of these group dynamics. I feel sometimes like I don't give a fuck about them. Sorry to say these harsh words, but at the moment I have this mentality to say, yeah, you know what, deal with your own shit. I don't have any time and energy for that. Yeah, this is the thing. People that drains us or draining us. This is also a topic that both of you brought up in the last emails and so on. Also, Emily, your last email about empty people. Oh no, I know them too. And also these gossipy people. What you told me about neighbors that think that your husband is beating you up. I thought, oh my gosh, I just hate gossip. I just hate it. Did I took part in gossip too? Yes, I did. Sadly, I did. I did it with a friend, in brackets I say that, or in caption marks I say it, friend. You know her, Gerda. She's a gossip lover, a total gossip lover, and I when I worked with her, that was the way I started to learn to know her, or when I met her first, was at work, and she was really someone who loved to draw people into her gossip thing. And at first I wasn't aware of that, and I got more unhappy than I didn't realize how happy I got. And this is a really nasty thing. And she also loves to tell what other people say about yourself in front of you. She loves that, and she loves that. And this is really also something like a no-go. And she did that a lot of times towards me with a friend of Henrik that thinks that Henrik chose the wrong woman, so to speak. So I am the worst choice he could make, so to speak. Well, yeah, this is the thing that the gossips that I've had to endure, but nowadays I don't have not much contact with Gerda anymore. Occasionally, once or twice a year or something, but not the amount of time that we spent together during the last years. Also, this is something like my kind of emancipation. She was something like my second mother type of thing, so motherly guide. But quite early I discovered, no, she is not the type of person where I should put my heart in. And not that much. So as acquaintance, and sometimes we had quite enjoyable afternoons and hikes and something, but not for not for a longer time. And also some people wondered why we invited them also to a wedding, a civil wedding last year. And I said, okay, let's face it, she was the one that brought Henrik and me together. And I thought, okay, she and her husband had to be there. And her husband is really a nice guy, and we certainly would get along better with him. But she's quite a person, a strong person, yes. And the thing that is still a little bit bothering me is she did all the photographs on our civil wedding, and she always says, "Oh my gosh, I'm such a good photographer," and so on. Sometimes it's not so good when you, yeah, do these things to yourself. Sometimes you do have to be proud of yourself and tapping yourself on your own shoulder on a tapping. Yeah, you know what I mean. That you can be proud of yourself. Sometimes we are not. We could be proud of yourself more often, but she is it too openly, too often, and so that people. We call, sometimes she is really flattering herself in a way that is, we call that, the reaction to that, Fremdschämen. So we are embarrassed for them, so to speak. Some kind of embarrassment that gets the people when they hear something like that. And she is quite a good landscape photographer. That's quite okay. But she did all the photos, and she has quite an expensive camera. And what can I say? She fucked up almost every single photo of us. Almost every single photo. This was beyond compare. And the thing was, she didn't realize that she fucked them up. She, when she did them, she had a very small display, and we couldn't check it really. But then she did all the things. She put all the photos on a CD and gave them to us. And yeah, and she said, "Oh, only 3 pictures are bad. The rest is perfect." And we looked at them, and Henrik said, maybe she meant it the other way around. So 3 pictures are good and the rest is bad. It was really, the only good pictures that we have from our civil wedding are the 2 photos that she took with my smartphone. And I was quite, for a while, pissed off, but I wasn't able to, I couldn't go to her and say her that, because she's the type of person who gets really upset when you tell her the truth. Oh my gosh, she can really get in your face when you do that. I did that once in a more ironical, so in a kind of half ironical, half truthful way, and she got right into my face. My gosh, this was interesting. Yeah, well, so people that are empty. Maybe she's not empty. That is not what I'm thinking, but all this gossip stuff is draining to talk about. Also gossip about people in TV, and not my kind of yeah, things I want to talk about. Some people around Egon's Villa are better for talking substantial talks, so to speak. They are more, you can get also into spiritual stuff with them. This is quite easy. But also there is some kind of, this is not, at the moment I don't feel that they are growing really strong friendships or something, really reliable friendships. I'm not sure. Maybe this will come, but at the moment I don't see it. But most of the time it's quite refreshing to talk to them. One of our friends from Egon's Villa also withdrew a while ago, and she also had to. She's becoming a grandmother now, and I guess she must have become grandmother now. And she wants to spend her time there, but I'm missing her. She was also slightly spiritual, and she's a psychologist, and I'm missing her. But we did our own little meetings and cooking events, so sometimes there's still time to talk to her and have a chit chat and so on. But yeah, but I know it's about empty people, and sometimes I'm missing to talk things that go around on my head. sometimes also the heavy stuff. I'm at the moment a bit not necessarily. Am I on a diet? What regarding heavy stuff? I'm not quite sure. A little bit. I have to say a little bit maybe. I still inform myself about white supremacy, but yeah, well, sometimes I withdrew with that. This is definitely white privilege that is talking out of that, but I'm doing it in the way I can do it, energetically, and sometimes there's so many things at once. You cannot do everything at once. This may be also white privilege. I don't know. Sometimes it's really scary when you think about things like white privilege and how they are ingrained in our society, also here in Germany, especially also here in Germany. It gets with all societies that are built on white supremacy. That's the thing that I guess. Oh, what I'm seeing here, I don't know if you can see it. There is a plane. Look, it's two planes, but I'm not sure if you can see them. Maybe not. At the moment it's really quiet here. There's an old elderly lady sitting on a bench behind me, but possibly you cannot see her. Yeah, and this is also perfect place and space to come when I want to calm down and ground myself and get a bit back to earth, so to speak. This is sometimes also said that you have to go to the cemetery to find that peace. This is sometimes a little bit ironic, but it's how it is. And here in our neighborhood, the last wonderful place that we had there was a little meadow, and with surrounding linden trees, and now they built there a kindergarten. I can understand why they do it, but there is a real big construction site on the other side of the cemetery, and where a lot of new families living in these zero emission homes, these eco-friendly houses. This remains to be seen if this is really eco-friendly, but they destroyed good fields where the farmers had their crops, and now they're all construction site, and built these. The style of these houses is not really to my taste. It's like boxes. These boxes are in a way that to the south they have giant windows, and to the north they have the front door and something. You have only the front door, no windows at all. These looks like shoe boxes or something, and not my cup of tea. Actually, not really. I still have this longing. I would love to live in a different kind of society. Maybe we all want that, where there's understanding and harmony. Maybe we all want that, but maybe we have to do our own things to make them possible in our lives. But sometimes I have these dreams about a life-sustaining society that lives in tune with nature and doesn't destroy it so much. At the moment I'm really back on trying not to see so many things that are going wrong here, with destruction everywhere, or sometimes even tiny destructions or something. Sometimes, I guess at the moment I try not to see them so much, or have maybe a kind of a protective shield around me so I don't see that too harshly. Because, this is something that Henrik sometimes also upsets him when I'm going into my kind of fuck the society mode. So these are crazy people destroying Mother Nature. And sometimes he comes, yeah, but we're part of it too. Yeah, and he's right. And sometimes also something that is a bit harsh on oneself when you realize that you're also part of that system, that you're not outside and doing everything differently. Okay, we do some things we do differently. We don't have a large house or something, and we try to live as eco-friendly as possible. Maybe there would be more things that we could do, but yeah, I guess it's quite a good way. But sometimes I wish we could do more, or there would be some kind of role model or something, a society where it works or something. So a model kind of. There are eco villages out there. I know that, and also in Australia, also some eco villages and other alternative communities, so to speak. We have those also here in Germany. We also have eco villages or something. Yeah, but it depends always on the people. You have to get along and so on and so forth. And I have the problem sometimes to get in contact with new people again and building trust and so on and so forth. Sometimes I have a little, yeah, quite some fear about that. So fearful regarding to new contacts and so on. And it's also the reason why I still haven't attend, or there is some kind of pagan meeting once a month here in one of the cafes, where they talk about certain stuff. So sometimes they have the topic or so that there is something to talk about, but we can also bring up all certain kinds of topics. It's open for everyone. And I'm thinking about joining one of them for a while now, one of these meetings for a while now, but still don't have the courage to do so. Sometimes I wish there were maybe only one or two people here in my area where I could talk to this. Yeah, this is sometimes really painful that both of you are not living here, so to speak. But at least we can go here outside and make a video a little bit, and talk a little bit about certain topics or different topics. This was certainly a video full of everything, basically. What's going what's going around in my head. Yeah, and I guess I will end it soon because of the camera. After half an hour, she is dying regularly, or it is dying regularly. Yeah, so is there anything else? At the moment, it's quite a peaceful family living, I should say, because at the moment there are no political discussions, which is really, it's a relief. Maybe we can create some kind of status quo so that we don't talk about these things. But a couple of weeks ago I had a discussion with Henrik's nephew, and it left me like, not you, you're gonna kidding me. It was and it really stuck with me for a whole day, this kind of conversation, where Henrik said, don't give a fuck about that. And even he says that, oh, some kind of spiderly thing here? No. And a black cap. I guess it's a black cap. We have quite a complicated name for these birds. The English black cap is really suiting more because the males have black caps, but we call them, really a long word, Mönchsgrasmücke. Why the fuck they are called like that, I don't know. Sounds like, when I translate it literally, it would call monk grass. I don't know what Mücke is, mosquito or something. So really strange name, but black-cap. So I call them also black-cap in German, so Schwarzkappe. I like that better. And if you're looking there, I don't know if you can see that, there is a dove looking down what I'm making here. And you're sitting somewhere. Ah, there you are. Ha ha! It's a while that I've actually witnessed a black-cap. And now he's over there. Somewhere over there. It's really a long time ago since I saw one, because I heard them everywhere, but they're hard to spot sometimes, and they are not so courageously like the titmice or the robins and so on. The robins are also fabulous singers, and one of the only birds where males and females are singing, and the dove is still watching me. So what you're doing there? It's a strange human. Okay, so I will stop now, and half an hour is long enough for you. So I wish you all the best with all your new adventures and new things that you're doing. And I guess we will see each other or read each other in the next email or video or something. At the moment, I find it quite enjoyable doing these video responses. This doesn't mean that you have to do one. You can write under the YouTube comment. You can also do just a response per email or via email. So it's up to you. So I wish you a wonderful Sunday. No, Monday. I guess when you're watching it, it's Monday and start of a new week, and I'm sitting here on Sunday. So I wish you a wonderful start into the new week. Bye.